first phase right now, which is being executed, is the Windows 7 platform. Now we have to move through Windows 7 to get to Windows 8. So we're working through that right now, so that'll be deployed over the next couple of months. In parallel, we're actually refreshing the mobile tablet fleet. And then as the Windows 8 devices come to market, then we'll start to introduce those into the organisation. And so, whether you're sitting on your PC, on your phone, smartphone, or your tablet, you'll be able to get to corporate data, you'll be able to get to our corporate intranet, you'll be able to get to documents you might be working on for a project. All of that stuff is available seamlessly wherever you might be. Stepping stone to Windows 7 because we have to on the migration path. So that gives us a number of things in terms of the user experience from a staff perspective, just to get it to Windows 8 capability. It means we can also bring all the other supporting services up to that baseline. We're commoditising, reducing some of the complexity, we're getting to a baseline standard from then to go. So while traditionally organisations might, every 8-9 years they would go through an SOE upgrade, we're getting to a position where we're going through that this year to get a baseline standard, and then we will then deliver continual upgrade capability to the business after that. If we see Windows 8 come out and we're comfortable with it, then why wouldn't we upgrade that, roll that out seamlessly early part of next year? Under our global licensing agreement with Microsoft, we have that built in. So for us, it's really just a question of what's the business impact of a rollout like that. So are the users going to be comfortable with the Windows 8 Metro interface compared to what they've got with Windows 7? That's probably going to be the biggest challenge. In terms of the technical rollout of Windows 8, we're gearing up to do that fairly simply. The challenge will be, I think, the take-up from a user perspective, but we'll work with our business to do that. It won't be a technology project necessarily, it'll be more of a business evolution project. So we've looked at VDI, for example, for ING Direct. We think it's too expensive and it doesn't necessarily deliver what we want it to deliver. We're looking at the optimised capability of Windows 8 to deliver that in a better way. Now, leveraging the technology we've got in place right now for Microsoft, we can do a lot of what we need without spending or investing a huge amount of money in a VDI solution. We can achieve the same outcome. And what's the value proposition really? What does it really give us? Can we get that by taking a different approach? We'll be standardising in terms of the corporate devices. So we run BlackBerry, iPhone right now. We're looking at where BlackBerry fits going forward. We're looking at where iPhone fits going forward, and we're seriously looking at Windows, where that fits going forward. And the big part of the driver there is that experience between the desktop, this tablet and the phone is consistent. It's easy to manage, it's actually more effective from an IT cost perspective, and in parallel with that, providing BYO capability for our staff as well. So while we might have a corporate standard, we've also got capability for staff to actually bring in their own device, and that we can manage their private data and the corporate data effectively on the same device. We've got to look at the devices and what devices land. So the obvious choice will be the Lumia devices, but we have to see technically what lands, what's available through our telecoms provider, and then align that with, we'll look at that, we'll assess the fleet and then go, but I'd love to have Windows 8 rolled out by the end of the year, because then that really introduces a tremendous capability for our staff and the way they work, some of the productivity improvements.